Hey folks, welcome back. Another Poem Master video. Today let's talk a bit about the new Acerola Tapu Bulu, which will be dropping later tonight, which as usual we will be pulling for live, so make sure our subscribe and notifications on for that. And yeah, let's get into it. So this is it, man. I feel like Tapu Bulu is pretty much the crown jewel of this Alola villain arc. Look, all the Tapus are very, very, very good, but I feel like this guy is just he's the most complete. Like he's like he got like so many fantastic things in the kit, right? On top of the fact that he's just straight up like the things that he does, right? Because like, you know, all these Tapus, they kind of sort of support one thing or another, or a few things. He supports two very powerful potential, you know, sort of teams, right? Has a great combination here. And yeah, anyways, let's just go over the basics real quick. In terms of stats, I mean, he is a support, by the way, so there's that. His defenses are you know, they're all right. They're not like crazy good, but they're not bad either, right? Like 288 on both defenses, definitely nice. The HP's not like a crazy amount, so there's that, I guess. But speed wise, not that great. So like point being, like, outside of like his defenses, none of the stats are anything crazy. But that's, yeah, who cares? His stats is not where anything's at, really. So yeah, as for the moves, you do have Bullet Seed and then Sunny Day. So Bullet Seed, Sunny Day, and then your B move, B Sword Stance, which same activation conditions as all the other ones, and buffs your team's attack by 2, and physical move up next by 1, and then you also get 2 extra gauges when, you know, the sun is up as well. You get to use this 3 times, so you definitely get to max out your team's physical attack from, you know, 0 to 6. And you get like 3 physical move up next, so that's nice. And then your trainer move, Now I'm Angry, has a defense buff for your team and +3 crit buffs for your team, and then extra speed buffs for your team if it's sunny as well. So that's also pretty cool. And yeah, it basically, you know, max physical attack and crit buffer for 1. And then as for your passives, on entry, it gives grassy terrain and then extends grassy terrain as well. So just like, you know, all the other Tapus. And then he also has Verdant physical damage reduction 30% damage reduction for your team, physical damage reduction in grassy terrain. And then yeah, the last one, Ula Ocean Breeze, 100% chance of increasing physical move up next for all out sync pairs by 1 when, you know, someone activates a weather trainer zone effect, which you know, he does himself quite a bit, and obviously other teammates count as well. So yeah, that's the basic kit. And if you're okay, come on, what's the big deal here? Well, a lot of things. Like, again, first of all, the max physical buffer, which we've seen quite a few now, so it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but it's always still nice to have. But also, just the amount of physical move up next he could get for his team is crazy. And then grassy terrain plus sun is just such a great combo, right? Like, the issue with like him compared to something like Tapu Fini or Tapu Koko, like, you know, for Tapu Koko, Tapu Fini, like Fairy Zone and Electric Terrain, or Fairy Zone and Rain, like they don't really mix that well together. Grassy terrain and sun mix very well together. A lot of units benefit from that, right? You know, whether it's Ho-Oh, whether it's Groudon even, or Sing Suit Erica, like so many units benefit Brendan from having both sun and grassy terrain on one unit. So it's just really good synergy there, right? So yeah, that's the base kit. The base kit is already pretty good. The grid is actually pretty nice, so there's that. But at 1 out of 5, yeah, you just get your base kit. Don't get much out of the grid. Like, antitoxin's nice, Unbending's fine, right? But, you know, nothing too crazy. 2 out of 5, you have a few things. Sunscreen, which reduces damage more in sun. So yeah, he does have a lot of damage reduction, which could be really good. Grassy Tenacity, you know, can't get flinch, trap, confused in grassy terrain, which is also nice. Pep Rally on your trainer move. I mean, it's 1 MP, but, you know, still, I guess. Turbo Turf, etc. So yeah, just a lot of gauge stuff, speeding sun there as well, right? And some it's nothing too crazy. 2 out of 5 is kind of whatever, right? 3 out of 5, you do have no quarter on Bullet Seed, and then Tripping Strike 4 on Bullet Seed, which, you know, could debuff the opponent's speed, and then you have Brawn gain 9, which you get even more physical move up next. You know, like, using that once is straight up, like, +2 physical move up next for your entire team when you use Sunny Day, which is kind of crazy. You also get, you know, more physical defense for your team as well. First Aid, Safety Tether, Team Grassy Restoration, right? Guarantee heals for your team in grassy terrain. Green Thumb, that's the big one, right? Infinite grassy terrain on sync. That's the one the Bulu has in the Legend Arena. So yeah, this 3 out of 5 is definitely very, 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 very good, right? You got a lot of really, really great stuff at 3 out of 5. Definitely worth considering, right? If you do have this Bulu. 4 out of 5, you have Adrenaline, which is nice for Master Mode. And then you have Recharging Strike 2 on Bullet Seed. You know, that's just more gauge stuff. Punishing Strike 2 at 5 out of 5, and then Vigilance at 5 out of 5. I mean, it's fine. 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5. Like, you got nice things, but it's not like the end of the world if you don't have them. Like, you think, oh man, this defense debuff is really, really good. Yeah, it is really good, but, you know, it's also not, again, I don't think it's the end of the world if you don't get it. Just because of how powerful his teams probably are going to be already. So, like, that's just 4 out of 5, just overkill. Let's be real. So, yeah, that's the basic kit. All right, as for lucky skill, sync grid, all that stuff, right? In terms of lucky skill wise, I mean, you could go Vigilance. I know he has it in his grid, but like A, it's like 5 out of 5. So, you know, not everyone's gonna get that. And also B, even if it was, even if you do have him 5 out of 5, I wouldn't really pick up that Vigilance just because it's like expensive, and there's a lot other things that you probably want to go with. So yeah, Vigilance would be nice. You could do Defense Crush, you could go with Fast Track, stuff like that. Those are all pretty decent, I'd say. So yeah, I feel like those are generally the ones. Maybe Healthy Healing if you really want. But yeah, like units like these, you know, you could swap their lucky skills pretty often, right? Just depending on the stage and team that you're running him in. So yeah, in terms of the grid, 1 out of 5. Pick up everything not named attack, basically, and Bullet Seed. So yeah, that's that, I guess. 2 out of 5. Damn, I mean, I there really isn't not much of a point of getting him 2 out of 5. Like, you either just get him 1 out of 5 or you get him 3 out of 5 or above. Like, the 2 out of 5, there really isn't. Again, there's some nice quality of life things, but it's like none of these are like a huge deal, right? But if you somehow, unfortunately, only have him at 2 out of 5, and for some reason you know, you got him 2 out of 5, sure, you know, you can pick up this stuff, Speeding Sun, maybe. Pep Rally. I mean, again, a lot of these, like, you won't have them all on at once just because, well, stuff like Grassy Tenacity, like, you know, you only want to pick that up when you really need it, like against someone that, for example, like Entei if he traps you, right? But otherwise, you probably don't really need it. I'd say Pep Rally would be nice. If you do need it, though, I'd probably just drop one of these things, I don't know, in favor of that. So yeah, as for anything else, maybe you could go for the Unbending, right? And just pick up some stat nodes afterwards. 3 out of 5, let's see, 3 out of 5, you have a lot of options. The big one is Green Thumb, obviously, right, because you want infinite grassy terrain. You go Turbo Turf here, and Team Grassy Restoration as well, just get some team heals. As for anything else, I'd probably go for the Brawn Gain. Is it a bit too greedy? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is generally good for, I guess, most scenarios, right? Where you're running him in. And as for the rest, you just pick up some like stats or whatever. I don't care. Can you afford Natural Remedy? No, you're 1 off. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, you could do something like that. Otherwise, you could go for this Tripping Strike if you really need it. I don't, off the top of my head. Is there any like big cakewalk grass units? I don't think so, off the top of my head, or even fire. I mean, there has to be someone. Just can't think of it right. But if there is anyone who needs it, then sure, you go for the tripping strike. I guess. So yeah, but otherwise, I feel like just like this, right? Yeah. As for 4 out of 5, the recharging strike is definitely nice, I'd say, but it's not that big of a deal. I feel like the other stuff is also nice too, right? Although if you do want adrenaline, you could definitely go for that. This is probably going to be master mode, so you probably don't need green thumb in this scenario, because like the battle's probably going to be over before you could even get that second sync in. So like, yeah, right. Yeah, you just maybe pick up adrenaline, and then as for the rest, whatever. You can natural remedy if you need it. Can't afford sunscreen. I don't actually. Yeah, no, you can't afford sunscreen. Unless you want to drop like Turbo Turf, then okay, sure. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. It's if you want adrenaline, pick up adrenaline. Otherwise, again, I don't feel like the other stuff 4 out of 5, that big deal. Punishing Strike is definitely something nice to pick up. Yeah, I know, but and you could definitely go for it. You probably would have to drop all this stuff though if you want green thumb in there, right? Because this would be a scenario where you probably would want to keep it. You don't have to have Brawn Gain if it's Legendary Gauntlet though. So if you want to save some more energy over there, you can maybe just go with a cheaper path, and then maybe with the rest you could pick up something like Shielded 1 if you need more defensive stuff for a longer gauntlet battle, or just Turbo Turf, right? It's just, yeah, because again, you have infinite grassy terrain, right? So why not just get infinite move gauge, recharge there? You could stick with this, right? It's really, you pick between this stuff or this stuff, basically. They're both good. Depends on what you need. I think this is for quicker battles. This would be for longer battles, right? Basically, so his grid is laid out pretty nicely, I'd say, overall. As for some pros and cons of this unit, it's easily a top tier physical support. I mean, it literally gives you everything you want in a physical support, right? It gives you, max attack and crit buffs, but also gives you a lot of physical move up next. And if you get him to 5/5, you also get physical defense debuffs as well. It's just like this is borderline like the dream physical support, right? It gives you Grassy Turn and Sun, obviously, and it has just really, really, really great synergy with a lot of those units. Yeah, he has good synergy with himself. Look at that, with again both having Grassy Terrain and Sunny Day, and yeah, he's just great unit all around. Take some hits, blah blah blah. A lot of other standard support-ish stuff, right? He has. As for some cons, maybe gauges. I'm not even too sure about this one, just because like he does have a lot of gauges stuff, right? It's just that like, his base speed's relatively low, and then he has like no 1 gauge moves, right? But on the other hand, I don't think it's gonna be that bad, because first of all, Bullet Seed is like a multi-hit move, so like it's gonna take a while for that thing to finish its animation. So there's that. And then you got like Speeding Sun, Turbo Turf. You have, No Quarter, which prolongs that process even more. Recharging Strike 2. You buff your team's speed by 2 in Sun in your training move. You also have Pep Rally if you want +3. And, like, there's a lot of gauge stuff. So I don't even think it's going to be, like, a massive issue, right? But you in very heavy gauge games, you definitely have to spec on it, though. So there is that. And the other thing is a special defense kind of, whatever. It's a great physical tank, right? With all those, you got the defense buffs and also the physical damage reductions. The special defense is just, yeah. You don't have much for special defense, but, that's kind of it, I guess. So overall, it's I feel like this is easily one of the best physical supports in the game. I'd say easily top 5. I haven't, like, thought about this. I don't have all the physical sports in front of me right now to think about this, but I could say without much of a doubt that even without actually thinking about this, I feel he easily should be like top 5 physical support in the game, probably even higher, honestly. He just gives you everything, right? Gives you everything. And grassy terrain and sun. Grassy terrain and sun is just, yeah, that's just, it's over, man. Like, that's just a really good combination to have. Yeah, holy. Anyways, yeah, he's good, man. He is really good. He's probably one of the, you know, I was just talking about, oh, he's like top 5 physical support. He might just be like top 5 support overall. Not even like just physical, but no, he's amazing. He's amazing. Definitely worth any, you know, penny you throw at him. So great unit. Can't wait. Fantastic stuff. They really no, they went crazy on this one. I'd say this is a 9 out of 10, man. This is a 9 out of 10 unit. I know it's not a mass affair, it's not, you know, whatever, right? It's only a poke affair, but only a poke affair. What are we nowadays? Poke affairs are really, they're good, man. But no, he's an amazing unit. 9 out of 10. Yeah. I mean, if you are to only pull on one Tapu, this villain arc, I'd suggest this one. Yeah, he's just so powerful. The teams that he can run with are really powerful. The units that, you know, he makes great or greater are already incredibly great, right? So, yeah, no, this guy's nuts. Crazy unit. Yeah, go for it. Like, really. So, I mean, you don't have to go for it immediately, as usual. The banner probably lasts till like the next update, but and we'll see. Maybe there's something better than the next update, but I don't know, man. I kind of doubt it. It's gonna be tough. It's not a bit too high. I don't know. It might be a bit too high now looking at it, but still, great unit. I'd say go for it, man. Yeah, barring again anything crazy next update, but I don't know. It's hard to see any support getting crazier than this. And look, again, it might be my bias because I usually rate supports a bit higher. But it's just because I just feel like supports are really, they're kind of like the backbone, right? They're the backbone of any, like, you know, big gauntlet run, right? Because what's the biggest thing that keeps people from getting higher streaks is supports. That's usually the bottleneck on your side, right? So, and he's one of the best. So, and no, he's definitely not just a gauntlet unit, by the way. He's a crazy mass mode unit too, right? So, all right, have fun, and like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.